Well, as usual, the eyes of the mixed martial arts world are fixed upon Paddy, the Baddy Pimblett, when he competes. And anytime you're able to win when you're not at your best, as was the case in his win over Jared Gordon, that's a feather in your cap. Pimblett back on the horse tonight.
Win. Ultimately, that's what it's all about. Paddy Pimblett gets the job done. But listen to this arena. Listen to the reaction that people give this young man when he steps from behind the curtain. This guy is a star. He has that star quality about him. But not only does he have that, he can fight. And ultimately, it's about winning fights. Paddy Pimblett does that in spades.
There are so many components to this Paddy Pimblett package, the accent, the persona. But this is a very talented mixed martial artist out to prove as much yet again tonight. Here we go with the former UFC title challenger, Iron Michael Chandler. Dan, you guys go way back. Obviously, we can talk about the athletic credentials. Some, though, have questioned his fight IQ in some of his big fights in the UFC.
Well, it seems like he wants to fight the fun fight, opposed to the fight that would seem to make sense to him. But let me tell you something, I'm not complaining. I enjoy every Michael Chandler fight. I enjoy watching this guy go out there and fight on his shield. He has A-plus skills across the board, and let's see how he applies them to the fight tonight.
And even in losses against high-level competition, he has had big moments. You do get the sense that Michael Chandler may always be just one win away from that elusive shot at the title yet again. Michael Chandler, he is ready to go. So are we for our main event. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Iron Michael Chandler.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, round getting underway here. Iron Michael Chandler said when he signed with the UFC he was not here for a long time. He was here for a good time. And for fight fans around the world, it has certainly been a good time watching Michael Chandler. Certainly put a capstone on his UFC run with that knockout of Tony Ferguson. But he wants UFC gold, and if he doesn't get a win tonight, may never get back to the top of the heap. We'll see how he approaches this particular stylistic challenge. All right, so there's that power right from Michael Chandler. He talked a lot about mixing it up this week, but that right hand is his weapon of choice, and he found the button early.
It is his weapon of choice. I think a lot of his success is based on the fact that he's such a high-level wrestler. So when he level changes, people tend to drop their hands, and Chandler drops that big right hand on him. I think this is one of the best athletes in the entire UFC.
Excellent ground and pound here by Michael Chandler.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Chandler. Oh, big shots from the top. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Pimblett's trying to get the triangle here. Let's see if he can close the show. Oh, good technique. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the Octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right.
You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the mat.
Pimblett's in half guard now.
Great shot on top by Chandler. Another one. He cannot miss from the top position.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Oh, there's another ground strike for good measure. Chandler's back in half guard. Nice strike from the bottom fighter there. Chandler ground and pound from half guard now. Under 2 minutes to go in our first round.
Nice shots landing from the top position. Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Oh, gives up on the submission now.
Well, he had it tight, John, but then he decided to keep the dominant position by giving it up.
Good work from the top here by Pimblett. Oh, another strike lands from the top. The ground strikes starting to pile up.
This is where he wants to be.
Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots.
Scramble and go! Scramble and go!
Oh, the ground and pound is there.
Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward.
Great defense by this fighter.
Chandler's in half guard.
Beautiful transition.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Pimblett.
In the half guard.
All right, he's got him in the north-south position here, DC. When you're in this position, however rare it may be, what are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to lay on. I'm just trying to cut air from going to your body. I'm just trying to make you carry my weight. I don't necessarily want to be here. And I don't know if this guy wants to be here right now. He will use this to try to get to the next position.
Don't want to be there for more reasons than one, I would
Don't want to
think.
be there. I don't want to be there on the bottom.
All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
A lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, second round underway. All right, DC's back from the can as we get this next round underway, and his striking in that previous round was so good. I got tired just watching that out.
He did a great job of landing strikes. Not only just punches, not only just strikes, they were significant strikes. A lot of punches outside of the jab. I've gotten in trouble a lot of times about what's significant and what's not.
Right.
But I'm telling you, he landed a lot of punches that were very easy to make that determination.
Leave the stat guys alone.
Leave it alone, man. Over and over, I get in trouble.
Huge right hand from Michael Chandler.
Guillotine jump.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. That is great submission defense.
Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Chandler.
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land in his top position.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 2. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Chandler's in half guard.
Now he's going full mount. Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it. Nice defense. Yes, smart adjustment, yep. We're getting them out here.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Michael Chandler.
All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys. Oh.
Fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Chandler. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Oh, reverses the position now. Outstanding work on the ground by Pimblett.
You need to work. I'll stand this up. Let's work.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back.
That was a slick transition. Great submission defense.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Pimblett's now dealing with a cheek cut. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half-guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up. All right, back to the stools we go. Offensively, a lot to like from him, but on defense, he hasn't been able to stop anything tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be the whole game, though, John. He's got to be willing and able to do everything. He's done a good job on the offensive side, but he has not defended well, and now he's dealing with that nasty cut. That cut is going to be an issue as the fight goes forward. He's got to change something.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway. He's looking for that left hand. Not there. That punch was deflected. Nicely done. Nice. Oh, nice judo toss for him there. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Chandler. We'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently. Nice.
Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position.
Oh, you gotta be careful there, yep. In the half guard.
Pimblett, ground and pound from half guard. Good, solid strike on the ground. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Pimblett's back in full mount. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Under 3 minutes now to go in round 3. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. And we have passed the midpoint of the fight. Pimblett's got the full mount. Really good job to land these strikes from top position.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Pimblett's back in full mount.
He's got to start throwing now.
Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike. Another ground and pound strike lands. And busy as he looks to improve position here. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse. Oh, he got to a spot.
90 seconds to go in the round.
In the half guard.
A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Slow your pace.
Pimblett's right back to the full mount here.
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike.
That was nice.
Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Pimblett's able to transition back to side control now. All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC.
He passes to half guard.
Pimblett's looking to pass out of the half guard here and get that side control, but he is denied by the opposition. But at least staying busy on the bottom. Pimblett going to work here from the full guard. Nice combination of strikes, mixing it up pretty well here. Lands the ground and pound strike here. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds.
just like in training, all right? You just got to keep the pace. He can't stop us.
All right, let's look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about just the efficiency when it comes to the ground and pound game?
He was able to throw at the right time, secure at the right time. He wasted no action. For me, this is the most exciting type of fight. A guy that is just dominating his opponent, really, truly putting the grind on his opponent from the top position.
Ready.
All right, here is round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Big right hand.
He's landed a nice left hook there, I feel.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
Fighter clinches now.
Fast leg kick lands.
There it is. Right back on his legs.
Straight right hand now, just misses.
Great job moving into his opponent and getting to that single collar tie.
Oh, he better start moving. He can't take two-man uppercuts.
Great punch from the clinch here.
Oh, stuck in the guillotine. That's it. That's the end of the fight. It's got to be.
Ooh, sorry to cut short, but he got out.
What a great job attacking the loss, rolling to your back, giving up the mount. He chose a much worse position over giving up that submission.
Yep, got to be very careful there.
Beautiful ground and pound, and now he's got his opponent cut.
Two minutes have gone by. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Chandler's in half guard.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Pimblett's right back to the full mount.
You have to be so well-rounded once you get to the top of these divisions. You cannot just be a knockout guy. You got to be able to change it up if you find yourself in this situation that he's in right now.
Nice transition.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Pimblett. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
The ground strikes continue to pile up. Pimblett's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Oh, he's got his back. Oh, big pop from the crowd as they get back to their feet after a pretty scintillating grappling battle there on the ground.
Well, it's an educated crowd, John. They appreciated all the grappling exchanges and how skilled both of these men are.
Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
You see him put himself into the half guard. Likes the control, yep.
All right, so a wise decision by him to continue to attack that cut, and it's getting wider by the minute.
It's getting wider by the minute. This guy is a fantastic fighter, and he's as smart as they come. So the moment that cut opened up, you knew that would become his focus, and we are seeing it very clear right now.
Pimblett's back in full mount. Well, the cut man's getting excited, but nobody else is. That cut's getting worse by the minute.
Every time he gets hit there, it gets a little bit messier.
Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Nicely done.
Massive shot from the top.
Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Pimblett, ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count. 10 seconds remaining in round 4.
Way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
20 minutes down, 5 to go.
Stop.
All right, take a seat, bud. Listen, you're down on the scorecards. I need you to fight smart. If you start losing the stand-up battle, I want you to look for the takedown, okay?
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round, forthcoming. All right, so next round is underway after he came very close to submitting his opponent in that previous round.
He came very, very close to getting that finish, but he wasn't able to get that little extra squeeze to get the finish. But it's okay. Continue to try and put yourself back in those positions to get the job done. He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Michael Chandler goes for the takedown. He misses. Oh, hard work pays. Back to the feet now. Counter punches good by Chandler. Solid takedown for him right there.
He passed the half guard.
Really smart approach by the offensive fighter, badgering that cut. More blood by the minute.
If head movement wasn't important early, it's very important now because that cut has gotten a lot worse.
Oh, looked like that strike from the bottom fighter got the crowd's attention. All right, feet on the hips here. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Michael Chandler. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Pimblett's back into full guard. Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight.
Look at that. Recognizing he's about to lose position.
Chandler's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it.
Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Chandler's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You gotta start to watch his reactions now as we go forward. Great job landing from the top position.
And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through. What a strike from off of his back.
Oh, nice.
All right, buddy, keep that ground position.
He's got to be careful here.
All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back in position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Lands the ground and pound strike. Well, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Under a minute now to go in this one. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Good work from the top here by Chandler. All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Grounding and pounding away now with these hammer fists. Suffocating work here by Michael Chandler.
He passes the half. Changing the position. Trying to recover full guard there.
All right, hammer fist here by Chandler. Final horn. We go to the scorecards. One of the greatest fights that we have seen all year. All right, so the fight goes the distance. We'll take a look back at the action, but should go his way given all he got done in the striking game.
Yeah, he did a great job of landing at will, mixing up the target, doing everything that he's become known for in order to cruise to a very good decision. I know he didn't get the finish that he wanted so bad coming in here tonight, but he had a phenomenal performance, and he showed that he's one of the best fighters in the world.
We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, Paddy, the Paddy Pimblett.
All right, no surprise there as you heard the scorecards from Bruce Buffer. Dominant performance tonight for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. The wrestler had his moments, just not enough of them.
He had moments, but when you're constantly playing catch-up, it's ultimately going to lead to your demise. He was always a step behind. So while he got the takedowns, he was never able to really establish dominant position. He could not stop the guy from moving under him, and all the jiu-jitsu, all the movement leads to him winning this decision so clearly.